Now we are going to discuss about the relationship between DEP, where D is a electric displacement vector, E is a electric field, P is a polarization vector. Right? In order to discuss about this one, first let me take a capacitor, a parallel plate capacitor is separated with a dielectric slab, or a dielectric slab is introduced between the two parallel plates. Right? When I apply some electric field onto this material, a capacitor, there is a charge induced takes place. An electric field is going to be induced between the parallel plates. Right? If capital E is the resultant electric field and E naught is the applied electric field and E prime is the induced electric field, then you are going to get the relation between displacement vector, electric field and polarization vectors. For this, I am going to use the Gauss law for electrostatics. From Gauss law for electrostatics, which is integral E dot ds is nothing but q by epsilon naught. I write capital Q, total charge, q by epsilon naught, right? And integral ds is nothing but area. I represent by a letter called capital A. E, for convenient, I put as a E1 is nothing but q by a epsilon naught. If I apply this Gauss law for electrostatics in the applied electric field, and right here E naught is a applied field, E prime is a induced electric field, and capital E is a resultant electric field. I represent as a E of electric field. Right? Let us apply this value, this Gauss law for electrostatics in three cases, and substituting this equation, will be getting an expression. Right? So let us apply for the resultant electric field. E depends upon the total charge enclosed in a total charge on this particular capacitor Q by, and also depends upon the dielectric constant of a slab dielectric material K into A epsilon naught, area of the plates, permittivity of the material, right? And applied field E naught value is Q by A epsilon naught. Induced electric field I represent as a E prime dash, E prime vector is, there is some induced current which I represent by a Q dash or Q prime by A epsilon naught. Substituting these three values in this equation, I am going to see here, which is Q by K A epsilon naught equals to Q by A epsilon naught minus Q dash by A epsilon naught. This equation I am going to get here. This equation I am going to get here. Q by K epsilon naught, Q by A epsilon naught minus Q dash by A epsilon naught. Let us take 1 by epsilon naught as a common from this equation. Q by K A epsilon naught equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of this equation, Q by A epsilon naught minus Q q by a minus q prime by a. Right? Here you take this epsilon naught on LHS, then equation will become epsilon naught times of q by k a epsilon naught, which equals to q by a minus q dash by a. Right? Here we know that q dash by a is nothing but induced electric polarization vector. This is nothing but q dash by a is nothing but polarization vector, right? And q by a is nothing but your displacement vector, right? So epsilon naught, this portion is nothing but q by k into a into epsilon naught is nothing but this vector E, which equals to q by a is electric displacement vector and minus p. If I take this p here, then I have d equals to p plus epsilon naught into E. This is a relation between displacement vector, polarization vector and electric field vector. Here displacement vector capital D is associated with only free charge carriers present in the material, and polarization vector is associated with polarization charge carriers q dash by a. P is associated with polarization charge carriers or induced charge carriers in the dielectric slab, and capital E is depends upon all types, either free charge carriers or induced charge carriers. The resultant electric field is reduced inside the dielectric where there are fewer lines of forces. In isotropic media, when I talk about the isotropic media, the P and E, that means polarization vector and electric field vector, are in the same direction.